speed, I'm going to put down 3 evo chambers because I'm going to want those upgrades for all 3 types. I want range, I want melee, I want armor. So I'm putting down 3 evos. I'll be pumping out upgrades like a crazy madman. Once again, I'm fully saturated on both bases, so I don't need to worry about it too much. So I'm just pumping units. That's all I need to do. I just need to pump units, pump units, pump units, pump units. I'm making 20 lings now. I'm getting units. So I see this SCV come over here just a little bit too late, and I go, oh crap, I don't want him to see my third. But lo and behold, he saw my third. Shit. Okay, so now I know that a big push could be coming any second, because generally in the Terrancy that you got in the third, they might be thinking you don't have enough army units. So I'm getting Banelings. I get that Baneling speed on the way, I'm getting more Banelings, getting more Roaches. I'm just trying to get units right now because now I'm really afraid of a impending push. Now, Bashful did go ahead and build another command center. He's getting down on armory. He has 2 factories. He has 3 barracks. Strangely enough, though, he has reactors on all of his barracks. Now, that's a little bit of a strange play because generally you want stim. Now, he doesn't have stim yet, which I find incredibly peculiar. In fact, he's going very, very tank heavy for this push. So all these Banelings aren't going to do shit. Yay for me. So once again, I'm just droning a little bit. Now I'm going to drone a little bit because, you know, I have some minerals and I have a base open. So here comes an Overseer. Now I morphed this Overseer to get some information out of a base. I want to see what he's doing, what his unit composition is. I want to know if he's going heavy mech or not. To see if he really is going to play turtle style. So I'm going to run over here with the Changeling, and I'm going to see barracks with the reactors. So now I know he's going Marine tank. I know it. And look, lo and behold, here comes the push. And he chooses to go ahead and push right into the center of the map. And he's going to try to contain me. Here's the thing about containing a Zerg on this map, guys. If you contain from this position, I have a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh I can grab whenever I want. And all I have to do is defend it. Containing from this position is not a good idea. It could be he's just going for a more macro contain. See, he's trying to contain me so he can get out this command center. I don't know this command center's up yet. I don't. Now, I have my Overseer traveling back over here. The reason why I'm doing that is because if he expands over here to this middle section, I want to know about it. So my Overseers are positioned in these spots on purpose. They're not by mistake, they're on purpose. So we're going to keep going. And he's going to take all these positions, okay? So he's just going to chill here, he's going to siege up, he has tanks all over the place. This is a pain in the ass. And I know I'm contained. I know, okay, he's just sitting there. So, I'm pumping out upgrades. I already have 2 upgrades done. I'm getting +1 melee. So I'm just going to pump out units. I'm not going to macro too much anymore, even though I'm pretty much saturated. Now, I only have 58 harvesters, so I'm not completely done. But this is pretty much where I like to stop, because I want to have a nice big army. So yeah, he is incredibly siege tank heavy. Really, really heavy siege tank. He has 12 siege tanks. That's a lot of siege tanks. So we're going through. This is continuing to reinforce his contain. He doesn't want me to break it. And well, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and break this contain. Because I don't like it. I don't like him having all these units just sitting there. I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and attack this contain and just kill off what I can. So I have all these units coming in. I got all these units here, and I'm going to push out at any second to try to break this contain, because I don't like being contained as a Zerg player. So I'm going to make another Overseer, and I'm going to scout to see what he's got. I see tanks, I see Marines. Okay, back up. In fact, I saw a lot of tanks over there. So now I'm going to go down over here. Now I see a Thor and more tanks, but I see a lot of tanks. This tells me he's super tank heavy. That tells me a lot. That means if I attack him, I break the contain. Here I go, run in some units, kill whatever I can. Kill a whole bunch of Marines, I'm getting a whole bunch of tank kills. This is very good. I like killing tanks because they cost a lot to go forever to make. And then I'm going to back off. I have units back here. I'm going to morph in Banelings because I'm pretty sure a counterattack can come. So he's chilling here on my creep. A little bit of an overlord misclick, my bad. But look how much damage that attack did. He has 5 tanks left. One of them was just coming in. He has a couple of Marines and he has 2 Thors. Compared to what his contain was before, I'm in a much better spot right now than I was before. I'm in a much better spot. So now I'm going to keep making units because I cannot produce them. So I'm making units. He makes a mistake here. He pushes his units just too far forward. He pushes them just too far. And so I'm going to take advantage of that. So he runs forward, and I'm going to kill these units. There go the Thors. I'm going to get 1 extra tank kill, and then I'm going to back off. My bad. I progressed too far. Now, he doesn't want to push here because he has these tanks, but he has nothing to back them up. Tanks by themselves aren't good enough to push, guys. Once again, Overlord misclick. I know, I need to work on that. It's my bad. I'll work on it a little bit later. Another quick thing I'd like to note about our Terran player, Bashful, here, is that he has no upgrades yet. He has 1 attack upgrade for this. However, while he has a 3rd base, he's not macroing. He's not supplying it. That's a pretty big error. You know, it could be just because it's early in the morning and he's making a mistake, or maybe he's just too afraid with his contain. But honestly, at this point, a Terran player should pack his bags, head back here to a more defensive positions. He is being just way too aggressive with these small amount of forces. And so I'm going to take advantage of that in a little bit. So I'm still stuck on 3 bases. I don't want to be stuck on 3 bases, but I am. And I'm afraid of this contain. And I'm missing some spawn larvas, just like I always do. I'm still working on that just a little bit. So now I have some forces again. I have units. And this is all he has. Okay, see, now he just burned a whole bunch of minerals. Where'd all of them go? They went here. He queued up a whole bunch of stuff because he realized he wasn't macroing. Terran, try to avoid this, okay? You want to stay on top of your macro, especially if you're Terran. You don't want to queue up 1 billion units. And now he's making barracks out the wazoo. He is trying to compensate for the mistake he made. Now I am grabbing a 4th. I am grabbing a 5th. Because I have the minerals to do it. Pumping units, pumping units, pumping units. I'm getting an infestation pit on the way to get to layer tech. I'm working on finishing some +2/2 upgrades. So now I'm going to go ahead and push again. Or I will in a second. Okay, now I'm going to push again. Look, he doesn't have anything. See how easily this contain was broken just by using a couple of roaches and lanes? You see how powerful that was? That's why I like the roaches, because they do so much damage and they absorb so much of it. They're just fantastic. So, I have the middle of the map again. I am feeling good. I have the middle of the map. I have broken his contain. I'm a little behind in supply, but I'm pumping up Zerglings again, so I'm not too afraid of a counterattack. And now he's kind of scared. He's a little frightened. And he misrallies big time. I'm getting some nice free kills here. I'm getting my 5th and everything. I am doing hot. I'm doing well. I am a happy man right now. I am not afraid. Now I'm getting my lair momentarily. Trying with the creep spread again. A little bit of miss, a little bit by me. I managed to save the banelings anyways. So I'm getting roaches out because I haven't been spawning larvae. And I'm getting units, and I'm getting units. I'm at 116, so I'm not too great. And there it goes. Now I'm getting a whole bunch of roaches. He misrallies again. This is a pretty big mistake, guys. Don't do this if you can avoid it. I'm going to run my Zerglings away, and I'm going to run them up here to see if there's an expo. And look what I see. I see an expo. So I'm going to do a little bit of harass. I'm just going to go ahead and kill off these Zerglings because it's not that big of a deal. And it delays his mining time. And look, he even grabbed his meals. I'm a happy man. So I'm getting more and more units. I'm just macroing up. Just getting units. And he's working on vehicle ups level 2. That's good. He's getting Marines, Marauders, getting bunkers. He's trying to defend this position. Now, before we continue, I want to talk about expo choices for Terran. This Expo choice is a very common choice for Zerg players and Protoss players. Why? Because it's farther away and it's really easy to defend from just holding a single position. Now, as Terran, once again, it's not a bad choice, but honestly, in my personal opinion, this Expo right here is a much better decision. Because siege tanks, positioned right here at the top of the ledge, can defend essentially the whole natural. Put a couple turrets up here, put a couple turrets up here, and you have a very secure natural. Even Ling run-bys can't touch you because you have tanks. Of course, you'll be killing off a couple of your workers, but that's a heck of a lot less. And look, I'm getting a Nidus because now I know it's there. I have an Overlord here, and I intend to use that Nidus. Now, he's mined out and he hasn't moved, so he is making a number of pretty decently large mistakes. Now, I'm upgrading the Hive. Did he see the Nidus Swarm? Yes, he did. He should have seen that Nidus Swarm. So I'm expecting him, so I don't really know what exactly he's thinking right now. But he's thinking something bad's coming. So here come a whole bunch of SCVs. They're all going to go to his third because he's now at the base and he's not expoing. And now I'm going to start saving some supply because I want ultras, and I know that I can pretty much hold off any push he throws at me right now. I'm not too afraid of anything. Because I know he's not mining too heavily from this base, so I know he doesn't have a lot. Now I should be controlling the watchtowers, but I'm not, which is a huge mistake by me, huge blunder. And so I'm going to pull a good amount of my Zerglings, and I'm going to go back here into my Nidus. Look, the Nidus just finished. It's going to be puking out units, and I'm going to go attack this Expo. Now guys, you don't need Banelings to take out an Expo, especially if it's just an orbital command. Lings with good upgrades will tear through Expos like it's no one's business, and you're about to see it. So here come the Lings. I think I A-click on a Harvester by accident, so I could have gotten a lot more Harvester kills. But I'm already getting a lot of Harvester kills. Now I'm going to focus on this orbital command. Look how fast it's going down. Look at the health. This is dropping like a rock, and boom, it goes down. He didn't lift it. Another big error. And even supply blocked him. That's not good. So I'm working on 3 upgrades, 3 attack, 3 melee. I'm getting 4 ultras. I'm working on adrenal glands. I'm getting more Lings out. Guys, at this point in the game, I've already won. It is a won game. I know I've won the game. After I got that Expo, I have won the game. So here comes some SCVs. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose to try to lure my units into siege tanks, but that's where his units are. So I'm going to go and control the Zalanga Watchtower, and look, I can see the siege tanks. So I know what's going on. I know that he has siege tanks there. I'm not too worried about it. I ran out my roaches by accident. I tried to A-click against the SCVs, but as soon as the tanks started shooting, they mismicroed. And so I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up, I'm waiting for right position. Look how far away his units are from his tanks. This is what I want. I want to goad him to push out too far. Because Marines with 0 upgrades, and Marauders with 0 upgrades, with SCVs and a medevac, are not going to stand up to a large army of roaches, banelings, and plus 2/2 Lings. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to run. See what I'm doing right here, guys? A whole bunch of new Zerg players like to run on their banelings first.